Here we have a magical item called a ruler. On it, we have marked standard units in the US and the Imperial measurement system. Where it says 1, right here, that indicates 1 inch. This is the mystical unit that people who are fans of metric do not understand. This is 2 inches. Over here we have 3, etc. The divisions here are such that the lengths of these lines indicate which division we're on, right? So the longest is the inch, then we have the half inch, then we have quarter inch, that's an eighth inch, and each one of these little ticks here is 1/16 of an inch. Now, using this, we can see, come on, focus you piece of shit. Using this, we can see that if we take 2 quarter inch and 2 16th inch, we get 5/8 of an inch. Or in other words, we can demonstrate that 2 plus 2 equals 5. So here, this mark here is 1/2 inch. You might notice that's a quarter inch plus a quarter inch. That's 2/4 of an inch. This tick here is 1/16. If we go 2 of those, that's 2/16 of an inch. Now we've gone 2/4 of an inch plus 2/16 of an inch. And if you count these out, there's 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8 of an inch. Thus, we have a unit system here where we can validly get 2 plus 2 equals 5. The reason people who like metric do not understand how this works is because their ideology is such that they believe that 2 plus 2 is always 4 in every situation, because they don't understand that 2 plus 2 is only 4 reliably when your units are commensurate, right? So here we have 2 inches plus 2 inches, and we get 4 inches. This is true. 2 halves of an inch plus 2 more halves of an inch is 4 halves of an inch. This is true. 2 plus 2 can be 4, but 2 plus 2 can be other things as well. And using unit systems like this, we actually end up dealing with reality far, far more often. And this contradicts the ideology of people who like systems like metric, because they just don't know how math works. They don't understand how addition operates, and they're following basically a cult that was established in the late 1800s by individuals like Richard Dedekind, Giuseppe Peano, into the early 1900s with Alfred Whitehead, Bertrand Russell, David Hilbert, etc. These individuals claimed that things like 1 plus 1 is always 2, not realizing that, well, yeah, 1 plus 1 is 2, and those are numbers, right? The number 1 plus the number 1 is number 2, right? Not realizing that that's only reliably true when all of the terms in your addition have commensurate units. And this makes all of the terms in your addition vectors, because they have a they have a magnitude, a number quantity, and they have a unit. So you're not adding, when you get 1 plus 1 is 2, you're not actually adding 1, the number, and 1, the number. And when you're getting 2 plus 2 is 4, you're not adding 2, the number, and 2, the number, and getting out 4, the number. You're getting out, you're putting in 2 something plus 2 something equals 4 something, and the something on all of those has to be the same in order for this to reliably work. You can get it to artificially work in some cases, like a dog plus a quail there's 2 wings available there, but that's because the dog doesn't have any wings and the quail has 2, so that's really just an identity. 0 plus 2 is 2. that's not a 1 plus 1 is 2. So that ends up being what you expect for the wrong reason. And it turns out that there's infinitely many ways to get any two numbers to result in any other number, because we're working with units. And if your units are not commensurate, then the result is unpredictable. Right? We can get 2 plus 2 to be 5 just fine. One of the alleged values of the metric system is that this becomes rather impossible because everything is scaled in one way. Right? But here, with the US system, the imperial system, standard, or whatever you want to call it, because not everything is divided in the same way at all scales, other results reveal themselves. Like here we can demonstrate that 2 plus 2 can be 5. 2/4 of an inch plus 2/16 of an inch is 5/8 of an inch. And these are standard units here. 1/4 of an inch, an 1/8 of an inch, and a 1/16 of an inch. These are all standard. These are standard divisions of this. Okay, so it's not exactly unit addition or fraction addition. These are standard units. Right? 1/4 of an inch is a normal object. An 1/8 of an inch is a normal object. It's a normal unit. 1/16 of an inch is a normal unit. Right? These are all normal things that when you're obsessed with metric and think that metric is the only way, it's the best way, it's the way that smart people do things, you miss out on understanding these things. And this is why I point out that people who are fans of metric usually aren't as good at math as people who use this sort of a system and are actually competent at it.